Fernando Mendoza is not seeking out the spotlight. After games, he's crediting God and his teammates. He wins the Heisman Trophy and gives the credit to his mother. The fact that people had an issue with that says way more about you than it does about him. And I'm not trying to be like Fernando Mendoza fanboy here, just that was a little ridiculous, was it not? He's not attending the NFL draft. He's going to be the first overall pick. He's not going to be there. He's 22 years old. Now imagine you at 22. Hell, I imagine myself at 22. Hammered, wandering the streets of Midtown Manhattan. If you had told me at 22, hey, this huge cultural event, national event is taking place, and they want to celebrate you. You are the star of the show. Oh my God, I would have run over women and children, including those in my own family, to be there at age 22. Mendoza says, thanks, but no thanks. I'm going to hang out in Miami with my family. He doesn't care about any of it. And I said this a few weeks ago, and I mean it. I don't mean it as a criticism. Caleb Williams shows up to the draft in a custom chrome heart suit. I would have done the same thing. Caleb's great, just to draw a distinction between the two. Caleb was a lightning rod. Caleb was fun to talk about. Caleb led talk shows. Caleb was a great soundbite. There were tons of stories written about Caleb that had you wondering, how's this going to go? It's gone really well. Mendoza, there's none of it. It's boredom. It's fact of the matter. It's I'm staying home to hang out with my grandma. I don't need to go to the draft and have everyone worship me and lavish me with praise. I'm going to hang out at home. He is Chat QB, the AI quarterback. You've heard of Gen Z quarterbacks? Fernando Mendoza is the first AI quarterback. Seems like you went into Gemini or Claude or whatever nonsense, I don't know, whatever nonsense you've got, and said, give me the perfect quarterback. And it spits out, here's Fernando Mendoza for you. And because of that, and because we've known it's been a fait accompli, a lock, a certainty, because we've known for so long that he's going first overall, and because he's boring, we have forgotten how special he is as a quarterback prospect and how incredible I think he's going to be at the next level. Think about it in these terms. Now, I'm not going to say that he would have gone first overall in the Caleb Williams draft. Caleb would have gone first overall. And maybe he would have gone ahead of Jaden. And I think now everyone wants to say, well, Drake May was actually the better prospect than Jaden Daniels, but Jaden Daniels went second. Whatever. However you want to parse this. Mendoza is going before, at the very least, Bo Nix, J.J. McCarthy, Michael Penix. Right? He's going before them. And maybe he goes before Jaden. Maybe he goes before May. Caleb would have been the first overall pick. He definitely goes first overall last year ahead of Cam Ward if they're in the same draft. He goes first overall ahead of Bryce Young and ahead of C.J. Stroud, the Bryce Young draft. He goes first overall ahead of Kyler Murray. He would have gone first overall ahead of Baker Mayfield. We could have our conversations about who should have gone first overall in that draft, and it looks a little silly in retrospect how it went. I think he would have gone first overall over Jared Goff. He is an absolute stud. He is not the first overall pick because the draft sucks. He's not the first overall pick because there isn't another quarterback maybe worthy of being a first-round selection, whether or not another one will be. That's not it. He's going to be the number one pick because he's deserving of being the number one pick in basically any draft that doesn't include a generational quarterback prospect. I'm talking Joe Burrow. I'm talking Caleb Williams. Mendoza, an exceptionally worthy first overall pick. The arm, the brain, the leadership ability. And I'll tell you what, and I've said this numerous times, he is a tough son of a bitch. I think about that. Everyone wants to talk about, the run, the touchdown run in the national championship game against Miami. It's a great play. And it's an iconic play. Right? That's his most that and the Omar Cooper play against Penn State. Those are his iconic plays. To me, the play where I'm like, well, I think this kid's got it. more than any other was when he got absolutely decleated, destroyed, annihilated, obliterated, eviscerated by Ohio State early in the Big Ten title game. Has to leave the game, and his brother has to come in. Another Mendoza comes in to play quarterback. And I'm sitting there wondering, this dude coming back, is he done? I wouldn't have blamed him. He got destroyed. Not only does he come back, he comes back and they win the game. He's got, however you want to define it, Fernando Mendoza's got it. So again, it's been a long time since the NFL season ended. Been a while that we've known Mendoza is going to be the number one overall pick. And for however long this period of time feels to you in your life, this next period of time that we're going to talk about has objectively been way, way longer. And that period of time that I'm discussing is since the Raiders have been good. And I'm not talking wild card loss in Cincinnati with Rich Bisaccia as the interim coach after hashtag his emails with John Gruden. I'm not talking Connor Cook in the wild card round getting obliterated by and it's unfortunate that Derek Carr got hurt, right? But I'm not talking Connor Cook getting obliterated in the wild card round. I'm talking Rich Gannon, John Gruden, Bill Callahan, Tom Flores, Jim Plunkett, Kenny Stabler, Dave Casper, Fred Biletnikoff, Art Shell, Gene Upshaw, Cliff Branch, Mike Haynes, Al Davis, John Madden. Pride and poise. Commitment to excellence. Just win, baby. What the hell has happened? What has happened to one of the proudest franchises in all of sports? With the iconic logo and the iconic jersey color scheme, uniform in all of sports with the silver and black. With a rich history, great sound bites, colorful characters, and a legacy of winning. What's happened to the Raiders? A laughingstock, a punching bag, a doormat. From Lane Kiffin to Tom Cable to Dennis Allen to Josh McDaniels, all the way to Pete Carroll. The Leonardo DiCaprio film, one battle after another, just won Best Picture at the Academy Awards. The Raiders version of that would be one disaster after another. And it's winning Razzies, not Oscars. Worst picture, worst performance, worst coaching job, worst quarterback play, worst defense. It's been truly, truly sad to watch. If you're a football fan, and I get it, you're a Broncos fan, you're a Chiefs fan, you're a Chargers fan, you don't want to see the Raiders be good. They're in your division. I understand. Totally, totally get it. But if you just love football, man, you love the National Football League, can you acknowledge, even if you're a fan of a rival team, that the league is better when this team is good? When the Raiders are good and the Raiders are relevant, the National Football League is more fun. It's more fun to consume. It's more fun to watch. It's more fun to talk about when the Raiders are good. I'll tell you what. It ain't going to happen this year because the roster ain't good enough. And it ain't going to happen this year because the Chiefs are going to be way better. And there's a lot of talk that the Chiefs are looking to move up. maybe to 3 with Arizona to take Arvell Reese. Imagine that on the Kansas City defense. And even if the Chiefs stand pat at 9-29, they will be way better this year than they were last year. It ain't going to happen because the Denver Broncos won the division and had home field advantage in the AFC playoffs, returning the same team that includes Jalen Waddle. And it ain't going to happen because we are now another season, year 3, with Jim Harbaugh, Justin Herbert, and the Bolts, and now Mike McDaniel's calling the show on offense and not Greg Roman, which again, we have now gone from the prehistoric age to the future. We've gone from the Flintstones to the Jetsons with the Chargers offense. It ain't going to happen this year for the Raiders. But I'll tell you this. This ain't Jamarcus Russell coming to town. This is a legit franchise quarterback. I have no idea if Clint Kubiak is going to be a great head coach. But we know this dude can coach offense. And I can say, for the first time now, in a long-ass time, I'm optimistic about the future for the Las Vegas Raiders. Chat QB is coming to Las Vegas. On paper, that doesn't seem to be a very good match. The AI quarterback and Sin City. But as it concerns the National Football League, and as it concerns this once proud franchise, I believe this will be a match made in football paradise. Less than 12 hours from now, with the first overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Hope. 310-840-4910, youtube.com/@thecostos. It is draft day. And we love the NFL draft. I'll be watching the draft tonight. I'll be watching the draft tomorrow. I'll be watching the draft on Saturday.